Hi, we are from Dumpling team, and we're here to present our carpooling business plan. Here are our members. Okay. Have you ever sat in traffic and wondered, would it be better if each car was carrying more than just a driver and a passenger? What if the people who work or study at the same place and stayed at the same residence traveled together? If this were the case, instead of 10 cars on the road, there could only be two. It may sound ideal, but there are many problems that prevent this from happening. First of all, people living in the same residence don't mean that they will get along together. Drivers and riders concerned about their safety, health, and personal properties. Prices can also be hard to agree on because money is always a sensitive topic in our society. However, it is time that something is done to fix it. We, the Dumpling team, have come up with a solution: our very own carpooling platform that runs on mobile applications. And our approach is to group people with similarities, such as the same place of study, work, and/or residence. People are added into groups using reliable identification, such as an ID card. The route taken will be determined by the driver, and the price each passenger pays is calculated based on the distance of the route, the type of the car, and the number of passengers. This greatly improves the safety and pricing dilemma for both drivers and riders. Next is our concept. The idea came from two of our teammates who drive their cars to Chulalongkorn University and back to their places every day. They couldn't help but notice all the cars around them. During rush hour, sitting in most cars was only the driver. Some had a passenger up front. They also noticed the students who travel on the same route that they take every morning. This was one of the causes of traffic: road space being used inefficiently. It would be much better if 5 people could travel in the same car instead of 3. And that is when we came up with the idea of our carpooling platform. Carpooling isn't new, it's been around for quite a while. There is even a carpooling application made in Thailand called Wiluna, our main competitor. However, it has been years since it was launched, and momentum is still fairly low. This is because of bad marketing and approach to customers. We, on the other hand, choose to expose our product to users group by group, leveraging what they share in common to promote the use of our services. Now let's take a look at what our application could look like in production. In the homepage, users can see the groups they've joined and some suggestions. From there, they can click on the Join New Groups button to see the groups we've made available to our platform. To join a group, the user will be required to scan the identification document of that group. Drivers can create new trips by clicking the steering wheel button below and fill in information required for the trip, such as source, destination, departure date time, number of seats, and vehicle information. Back to the homepage. When a group of the user has clicked has jo- when the group that the user has joined is clicked, they will see trips created by the drivers of that group, its source, destination, and departure time, available seats, price, and the driver. Riders can view the trip details by clicking on one of the trips. If the rider asks to join, he or she will have to talk to the driver to be accepted for the trip.
Traffic riders in Thailand, especially in highly populated or utilized areas, face several problems, and we see opportunities in different modes of transport which can be fulfilled by the carpooling platform. For taxis, ride quality and safety can be improved. In 2019, there are over 50,000 reports on taxis in the central region alone. For public transport, practicality and feeling crowdedness can be improved. Many belongings cannot be brought on these transport, and many riders would have to take a second leg of the journey to reach their destination. For ride-hailing platforms, again, ride quality and safety can be improved and calling fees can be shared or reduced. For private cars, efforts and responsibilities related to driving by oneself can be transferred to others who find driving their own cars more attractive. Plus, trip companions would make traveling more enjoyable. For motorcycles, safety and practicality can be further improved. Another opportunity is the empty car capacity space. Even though Grab Taxi entered Thailand in 2013, in 2017 there are still on average 1.97 passengers in every trip within Bangkok and the central region according to the Ministry of Transport. This proved to be another opportunity for our platform. The total addressable market can be estimated in two ways. Number one, the number of taxi trips per day, and number two, the number of regular route travels per day. According to the Ministry of Transport, there are on average 1.36 million taxi trips per day in 2017, with a TAM valued at approximately 179.92 million baht to 274 million baht per day. The number of regular trips to work or school within Bangkok are approximately 17.7 million trips per day, with a TAM of 515.42 million baht per day. As for our target customers, we aim for the sweet spot of known faces, not strangers, and to be close friends. For people to come from the same social group, we thus target people who regularly travel to the same place, and these are usually work or school. Our initial target market is 18 to 24-year-old individuals, which could be Chulalongkorn University students, who would like to share their rides with others, who would like to split their traveling costs, who enjoy the company of others, and have a positive attitudes. These individuals should also live in the central region in Thailand. According to the Ministry of Transport of Thailand, the growth of Dumpling's carpooling total addressable market is as follows. Taxis are expected to increase by approximately 200,000 trips every 5 years between 2017 to 2027. Personal cars are expected to increase by 1.5 million in 2022 from 2017, and another 1.5 million in 2027 from 2022. In addition to these modes of transportation, the demand for other transportation modes are also increasing. The number of trips per day within the central region by personal and public transport is expected to increase by 2.6 million in 2022 from 2017 and 2.4 million in 2027 from 2022.
For our target customers, we basically focus on students of Sirikarn University. According to our survey, we have found that over 72.7% of students mostly prefer to travel from home to university by public transport like BTS or MRT. Aside from this, 18.2% of which prefer to use usual car, taxi, walk, or even public bus, while motorcycles are rarely used, as some of the student residents are fortunate enough to live in close vicinity to the BTS SkyTrain or MRT network. And from our survey, we also found out that 90% would share their private cars and 100% would share their ride with others from the same community. However, this also depends on the condition of who they share their ride with. And people are also concerned about trip planning, which does not pressure drivers who want to change plans and being judged by drivers. And why customers need our platform? Our carpooling platform did not only focus on profit, but also the environment. First, it can be frustrating to travel alone. Customers can stuck in traffic, but sharing with a friend can be a lot easier. Less car on the road, also reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Not only the environment, but customer can save on gas and parking fees. And for the safety, we know all information of both driver and user destination and location in real time. And why customers are willing to pay for our service. According to our survey by TDI, customers are willing to pay an extra 30 to 37 baht for better riding experience, which we are aiming to provide. Even though this data is derived from taxi, the same principle can be applied with any car ride. On the cost basis, average passenger pay 10 to 50% commission fees to ride-hailing platforms. This provides the range of price commission fee can be charged from our carpooling service. Besides this, we use online Facebook page, mobile application marketing campaigns with university or discount code to attract new user and car care coupons for new driver to be our channel to reach customer.
As for competition, currently the only carpooling platform in Thailand is Luna. Luna is a mobile application for ride-sharing for mobile phones available for both Android and iOS. Users will be able to register with their mobile phone numbers. Maya Luna identifies users through the national ID card associated with a number. In addition, a driver must include their driver's license and motor vehicle act to be eligible. Luna does not take any commission fees from riders. Riders simply pay the driver's offered cost divided by the total number of people in the car. The market share of regular travels by Luna is roughly 1 to 2%. Luna's advantages and weaknesses. Luna's advantages are larger target market segments, greater public exposure, operating experience of over 4 years, and price transparency, since Luna allows drivers to estimate their own costs to be shared and Luna does not collect any commission fees. This can help build user trust in the platform and the image of the social enterprise. Its weaknesses are the strategy and safety. Luna identifies people by national ID card and phone numbers only. This can help with tracking people when there is a violation of policies or law, but it does not entirely prevent incidents from occurring. Diversion to food delivery. Its food advertisement platform does not differentiate from social media groups. And revenue model. The company does not have a sustainable revenue model as it does not collect any commission fees from transactions. While Luna has several advantages, its disadvantages lie in the lack of strict regulations and differentiation. Although booking trip mechanisms and no commission fees are unique to the platform, it wasn't able to gain traction due to safety concerns, especially in Thailand where incidents are commonly publicized. Its food delivery platforms is not different from any social media or chat groups, and its data collection cannot be compared to larger ride-hailing platforms in Thailand. Thus, Luna poses no threat to Dumpling. As for potential future competitors, it is highly probable that current ride-hailing platforms in Thailand and foreign carpooling companies will tap into the carpooling market. Its advantages are experience in operating a ride-hailing platform, existing platform which can be adapted, reputation with existing loyal users, and finance in terms of investments from large investment firms. Its weaknesses are brand identity. A platform with too many functions would confuse users. And number 2, knowledge about Thai demographics would be a major weakness for foreign ride-sharing or carpooling platforms who have not understood customer behaviors in Thailand. Dumpling's barriers to entry. Attracting new users. Safety concerns is one major barrier for customers to use the platform. By limiting to communities and providing strict regulations, this can be enforced. Attracting new customers can be done using promotional codes, both free rides and discounts for riders, and car service coupons for drivers. Retaining new users. It is possible that users may contact each other after getting to know each other better. However, we can eliminate money and negotiation matters by using distance-based price calculation. As for future competitors' barriers to entry, number 1, community partnerships that Dumpling would have formed, and number 2, foreign companies are now looking to improve their operations and profits in regions they are familiar with, while ride-hailing platforms in Thailand have focused their efforts in markets with greater potential, which is food and object deliveries, while still maintaining operations in ride-hailing.
Next, risk. We have divided risk analysis and mitigation plans into 3 fields: financial, technological, and market risk. First, financial risk. High impact, low likelihood financial risks are not gaining enough users and depleting our resources right after funding. Low impact and low likelihood financial risks are riders having insufficient funds and refusing to pay. Such users can be blacklisted from the system. Let's look at the technological risks, which are mainly security related. Those that are high impact and high likelihood are outsiders posing as members of a group or our online payment system being compromised. This is very important since it can put our user in danger. Low impact, high likelihood issues are data on trips of users being compromised or stolen and server performance. If necessary, such issues can be dealt with on-site. Lastly, we have market risk. They are classified into high impact and high livelihood, and high impact and low livelihood, and low impact, low livelihood. Negative mindset toward carpooling due to the cost in proximity to people with routines they don't know. High impact and low livelihood risks mostly consist of our assumption turning out to be wrong. For example, we could be wrong about people wanting to share rides for a fair compensation, or people from the same social group being comfortable sharing rides with others. And the market risk of the market risk is of the most concern, especially with the reduced amount of transportation of เอาใหม่นะตรงนี้แหละ the market risk is the market risk the market risk is of the most concern, especially with the reduced amount of transportation here the market risk is เอาใหม่ again The market risk is of the most concern, especially with the reduced amount of transportation due to COVID-19. This is a factor beyond our control. Meanwhile, efforts should be focused on the technology risk since they contain high likelihood and high impact risk, and users today who have used good applications expect good experience from the technology. Moreover, it is addressable unlike the mentioned market risk. Other risks can be adjusted on cost as we learn from deploying our platform through the solution provided above.
Dumpling aims to provide safer, cheaper, and more personal rides for people while improving car utilization. We see the opportunities where other forms of transportation cannot provide. Learning from our competitor, we aim to serve each unique community the sweet spot of known faces, not strangers and not to be close friends. We do this by providing a platform for people to connect and make money matters effortless. From the data provided, our target market segment has much potential to grow as users gain trust in the platform despite the risk from the work from home trend. Also, despite COVID-19, through community regulations and policies, infections can be prevented while vaccination is widely available in Thailand. Furthermore, our new approach to carpooling suits the preferences of our survey data. As students who are passionate about sharing, we are confident that our first platform with Chulalongkorn University would be a launchpad to a better quality of life for over 10 million travelers within Bangkok.
Thank you.